You may experience first class now, however. What if I advised you that something as easy as what's in your dinner plate may want to quietly be shortening your existence each unmarried day? Now no longer due to the fact you are consuming too a lot, or too little, however, due to the fact you are consuming the incorrect sort of meat, and worse, 99% of seniors don't have any concept which meats are silently elevating their blood stress unfavorable, their reminiscence, and setting their coronary heart at critical hazard. Your frame adjustments, what used to see, after 60 to be simply first class, at 30 can now be a slow-appearing poison. However, this is the coolest news. The proper adjustments on your diet, mainly on the subject of meat, can absolutely flip matters around. You can, nonetheless, revel in scrumptious food, hold your power shield, your reminiscence, and experience happy with your fitness. So these days we're going to speak approximately the 4 worst meats you need to in no way contact after 60 and simply as vital. The 4 great meats you without a doubt need to consume each week to rebuild your frame and live sharp strong in each. Meat I point out is subsidized via way of means of real energized. And those are not guesses, unmarried medical studies, a number of which will in the meantime one of the great depart. You bowled over one meat in particular that many humans nonetheless consume, wondering it is healthful, changed into connected to a 56% growth, and you may simply locate that one small coronary heart assaults. Meats which nearly no one talks. A PPROXIMATELY can enhance reminiscence via way of means of 44% or even reverse frailty. So stay with me till the very give up may want to provide you with 10 greater good years earlier. Then we dive in and for me in the remarks. What is the only meat you consume the most? Usually I am studying and replying to each unmarried one. And in case you care, approximately, your fitness and need extra films like this, pass in advance and hit subscribe and flip on notifications from fitness. 365 now. Let's begin with the primary meat. However, that is probably doing all of your frame extra harm than you ever imagined. Let's start with one which sneaks into extra food than you maximum recognize. Red meat sausage. Now I realize it is a you locate on the supermarket. Preferred for lots, breakfast plates, Sunday, brunches, even vacation tables. This is the horrifying fact for humans. Over 60, red meat sausage may be a ticking time bomb. Now, no longer due to the fact it is red meat, however due to the fact of what is hidden interior. The one hyperlinks red meat sausage isn't always simply meat. It has been heavily processed with preservatives, like nitrates and nitrates, to offer it that red color and lengthy shelf existence. However, when you prepare dinner, or digest those chemical substances, they can grow to be something called nitrosamines. And nitrosamines are no small count number. They may be categorized as known cancer-causing agents, which means they are able to damage your DNA and gas, the boom of cancer cells, proper interior your frame. And if your digestion is slowed with age like it does for maximum humans, the hazard handiest gets worse. Examine posted in BMC Medicine. In 2022 accompanied 18,000 seniors for almost 10 years. The effects: seniors who ate beef sausage simply instances per week had a 22% better danger of colon cancer and a 16% better danger of kidney disorder as compared to folks who averted it. That's simply however, it really is now no longer. Even the whole tail beef sausage is likewise loaded with sodium on occasion, greater than your whole daily restriction, in a single serving, and an excessive amount of sodium increases blood stress, lines your kidneys, and reasons your legs and ankles with fluid sound acquainted that simply uncomfortable. It is too swell puffy feeling on your toes after a salty meal. It really is now no longer a caution signal, and let's now no longer neglect about the is one in every of the saturated fats beef sausage. Largest culprits for elevating LDL cholesterol, the awful type. Integrate that with excessive blood stress and a sluggish metabolism, and you have got, we're given a recipe for artery plaque, coronary heart assaults, and strokes. Why will we maintain ingesting it? Because, however, as it tastes correct. Because it is clean, it is way of life. I am getting it. However, this is the fact. The one's traditions were not made for a 60-year vintage coronary heart assault, digestive gadget, or an 80-year vintage immune reaction. Now let's pass directly to another meat that pretends to be handy. However, may be even greater risky in disguise. Subsequent up is something that appears harmless: deli ham, and people neat little packs of bloodless cuts. You understand the type you grab whilst you do not experience like cooking quick red live clean 4-week sandwich. No mess, no fuss. However, if you are over 60, this form of clean comes at a steep fee. One, your coronary heart, kidneys, and even mine can come to be buying. Trouble with deli meats isn't always simply the meat itself. It is what is delivered to them, to lead them to appearance and flavor, the identical in every slice we are speak. Phosphates, hidden sugars, and a mountain of salt. When sodium nitrite mixes with proteins in your frame, it may shape the one's identical risky nitrosamines we simply talked approximately with sausage, chemical compounds that slowly harm tissues through the years. Now this is the shocker, a 2020 look at with Inside. The global magazine of epidemiology accompanied over 40,000 seniors, folks who ate processed deli meats 4 or greater instances per week, had a 24% better danger of coronary heart failure and have been 19% much more likely to die early from any purpose. Now no longer from overeating, simply from ingesting the incorrect form of meat. Too often, however, it would not forestall with the coronary heart. Deli meats are filled with phosphates which pressure your kidneys' hidden sugars. Salt mess together, along with your blood stress and blood sugar. If you are already living with diabetes or high blood pressure, that harmless searching sandwich can push your frame right into a risky area rapid, and this is something maximum humans never join. Deli meats have been connected to cognitive decline in older adults. Researchers now trust that the infection as a result of processed meats would pie you won't word it proper away however your frame does, and the worst element. These meats are in order that handy. That's the lure. No cooking, no prep, you simply peel the plastic and devour. However, each chunk is complete of chemical compounds that do not belong in a frame. Over 60 now allows flow directly to one meat. It really is crispy golden and complete of however hides extra danger. Adolescence recollections than maximum human beings comprehend allows. Approximately a consolation meals that indicates up a picnic's own circle of relatives, dinners and past due. Night cravings, deep fried chook, crunchy juicy and for a lot of us, a flavor of home. However, as soon as you are over 60, that golden crust can be quietly placing hearth place to your fitness one chunk at a time now. It is now no longer simply the chook itself, it really is the difficulty. It is what occurs to it, whilst it is dunked in commercial oil, battered in white flour and blasted with excessive warmth. That procedure transforms an easy piece of meat right into a risky blend of trans fat acryamides and superior glycemic. The in or out one in merchandise, or a while for a brief these fried chook extra then and compounds reason, persistent irritation, boost up getting older from large examine from 2020. Posted in the BMJ tract, 107,000 girls, over 20 years, people who ate as soon as every week had a 13% better danger of demise from any reason, and a 12% better danger of heart-associated dying, and the impacts become even more potent in girls over 60. Why? Due to the fact our bodies end up extra touchy to irritation, oxidative pressure, and poisonous fat as we age. Here's the technological know-how in the back of the Crunch Speedy Meals. Chook is frequently fried in reasonably priced oils like soybean or corn oils that wreck blood sugar and cell fats down into dangerous oxidized fat. These fat do not simply enhance your blood stress. They harm your blood vessels and growth, your danger of stroke. That crispy coating it is typically made from subtle white flour, sugar, and salt, which spike garage across the stomach, a prime trigger for insulin resistance and kind 2 diabetes. And there is extra why you fry whatever at excessive warmth. You generate chemical compounds that wreck down collagen in your pores and skin and joints. It really is why human beings who devour fried meals frequently word extra wrinkles, joint stiffness, and slower wound restoration. You is probably wondering, however, I best devour it every now and then. The truth is, even every now and then provides up, whilst your device is already operating harder with age. Now, talking of healthful chook, there is one type human being supposes the most secure preference after 60. However, it may really be the maximum deceptive. Meat of all now allows flow directly to something many people trust as the healthiest option, obtainable, skinless manufacturing unit. Farmed chook, breasts in spite of everything. It is lean, low in fats, and frequently touted as the healthiest protein available in the marketplace. However, earlier than you clutch that chook breast wondering, it is your price tag to staying healthful after 60. Allow me recausably. Boom. Your danger for reminiscence loss. Don why. It'd in reality be doing extra harm than excellent manufacturing unit. Farmed hen is now no longer pretty much the beef itself. It's approximately how that hen is raised if you're shopping for traditional hen from the grocery store. Possibilities are it has been raised in a constrained, overcrowded area, fed a grain primarily based totally food regimen, and injected with antibiotics and hormones. Those chemical substances are not simply there to assist the hen develop quicker. They are able to have an effect on you, too, especially after 60, while your frame is extra touchy to environmental pollutants. First of all, manufacturing unit. Farmed hen has been proven to incorporate significantly decreased stages of omega-3 fatty acids as compared to pasture-raised free-range hen. Omega-3 South are important for coronary heart fitness, decreasing irritation, and keeping your joints bendy as you age. Instead, manufacturing unit. Farmed hen has a tendency to have a better ratio of omega-6 fatty acids which, and growth the while fed on an extra, can contribute to persistent irritation, danger of cardiovascular ailment, which we already realize is a chief situation. As we grow old, some other hidden difficulty is the antibiotic resistance related to conventionally raised chickens, those in overcrowded, which can more difficult to your frame to combat. Chickens are regularly given antibiotics to save you ailment situations. However, this may lead to microorganism make it infections, and let's now no longer neglect about those. And antibiotics also can negatively impact the intestine fitness. which performs a massive role in ordinary immunity, intellectual fitness, even weight control as we age. However, possibly one of the maximum concerning elements is the toxicity of the beef itself. While the hen's manufacturing unit farmed it regularly consists of a significant quantity of chemical residue from insecticides, herbicides, and different pollutants, which might be absorbed from the grain-fed food regimen. As we age, our liver and kidneys do not method pollutants as efficaciously, so those chemical substances can building up inside the frame through the years, contributing to persistent ailment and slowing down recuperation after contamination. Now that we have got exposed, the meat's silently running towards your fitness. Let's shift the focal point due to the fact what you do consume topic simply as much. It is time to speak. Approximately the 4 best meats that assist you to live strong, sharp, and complete of existence after 60. Let's begin with a meat that maximum human beings only deliver out on vacations or special events: grass-fed lamb. However, if you're over 60, this meat should not be reserved for occasionally. It need to be a component of your normal rotation. Due to the fact lamb, while it is grass-fed, gives a number of the maximum effective aid for aging, muscles, joints, and your coronary heart. C. Unlike traditional red meat or hen, lamb from grass-fed animals incorporates a wealthy blend of omega fatty acids, nutrition, B12, zinc, and iron vitamins that without delay combat the matters all of us face after 60: loss of muscle, aching joints, slower healing, and declining electricity. And due to the fact these animals graze, obviously their meat is loose from the hormone residues and antibiotic strains you discover in maximum factory farmed meats. A 20 look at posted with inside the magazine Vitamins tracked seniors who covered lamb of their weight loss program simply 2 times per week. The outcomes had been astonishing: a 23% development in muscle electricity and a 15% drop in inflammatory markers in comparison to folks who generally ate chicken or processed meats. It's the sort of actual measurable you could experience in your legs, your electricity, and your readability, and this is something many human beings overlook. Lamb is specifically wealthy in hem, iron, the shape of iron. Your frame absorbs maxima without problems. As we age, iron turns into tougher too, only a small get, and tougher to soak up main to fatigue and lightheadedness, obviously, and preserve your crimson blood. Serving of lamb can assist refill those stages, cells, operating like they ought to get the maximum advantage. Move for cuts with a bit of herbal marbling, just like the shoulder or leg. Roast it slowly with olive oil, rosemary, and garlic. Keep away from breading or deep frying it. Only some Oz or 3 instances a week can significantly improve your health without overwhelming your digestion or spiking your cholesterol. Let's preserve this momentum going. We're given a wealthy, flavorful meat. It's surprisingly mild in your coronary heart and mind. If you have not had duck in some time, it would be time to carry it. Return due to the fact free-range or pasture-raised duck will be one of 4. The maximum omitted superfoods is greater than only a fancy senior's wealthy, smooth, and complete of flavor duck-eating place dish for human beings over 60. It may be a actual best friend for mind, health, coronary heart safety, and combating off persistent irritation. What units duck other than hen or turkey is its dietary density. Duck meat, specifically from birds raised, obviously, is packed with hemi, iron, selenium, and healthful fats, mainly omega-3 fatty acids. These are the very vitamins that support intellectual readability, robust move, and a regents where resilient, immune gadget. Growing older, our bodies frequently begin to lag at the back of a 2019 look at in Frontiers in Nutrition. Observed older adults who introduced duck to their diets 2 times per week for 6 months. The findings have been remarkable. Individuals confirmed a 19% development in cognitive feature and a 21% drop in irritation stages in comparison to those who caught with hen and lean beef. Researchers credited duck's wealthy dark meat and its advanced nutrient absorption, charge, and permit. Speak about duck fats for a second. Even as a few humans worry it, the reality is, it is healthier than the processed seed oils. We are told to apply duck fats as excessive and monounsaturated fat, the equal type. You may locate an olive oil which guide LDL cholesterol stability and decrease coronary heart disorder, danger for seniors. This type of fats enables hold supple blood vessels and regular power without the of trans fat or infection. As a result, hydrogenated oils to get the maximum, like cherries or duck. Choose free range or alternatives. Roast it slowly to preserve the beef wet. Ensure revel in the crispy pores and skin. It's wealthy in fat soluble nutrients like A and K, to which guide your imaginative and prescient bones and immune gadget. You could pair duck with antioxidant wealthy culmination oranges to enhance nutrient absorption and stability. The richness of the beef. Now that we have got explored this flavorful favorite permits, flip to something small, oily, and exceedingly effective on your bones, coronary heart, and mind. Now here's a meat maximum humans forget about frequently due to the fact it seems too easy or smells a piece. Sturdy sardines with the bones and pores and skin still in, however, do not permit their humble length fool you. For seniors over 60, sardines are Like nature's multivitamin in a can. In truth, if you may best choose one protein to devour on your bones, coronary heart and mind, sardine, may simply be the smartest preference of all. Why? Due to the fact sardines are one of the few herbal ingredients that integrate calcium diet, omega-3, fatty acids, protein and collagen, all in one chew, and people tiny bones. It truly is. Where the absorbable calcium and phosphorus stay, maximum humans attempt to get those vitamins from drugs. However, right here, they are ready-made and clean to take in, especially for older adults who war with digestion or diet. D deficiency A 2022. Observe posted with inside the magazine of Vitamins Fitness and Growing Old followed seniors who ate sardines 2 times a week. The effects were for simply 12 weeks. Eye-opening individuals confirmed a 29% development in bone density and a 32% drop in triglyceride tiers. Major neglect with inside the grocery markers for stopping osteoporosis and all that from a fish coronary heart disorder. Maximum humans, all sardines also are wealthy in omega-3 south that are tested to lessen infection guard reminiscence, mood. Not like large fish like tuna or swordfish. Sardines are low at the food chain, so that they do not building up mercury or different pollution that makes them especially secure for seniors, whose detox systems are not as sturdy as they was to get the maximum from usually buy them with bones and pores and skin. They are where the magic lives. Search for alternatives, packed in olive oil, now no longer vegetable oil, and revel in them on entire grain toast, in salads, or combined into heat pasta with lemon and herbs. If the taste feels sturdy, at first simply upload a squeeze of lemon and a little bit of black pepper. It softens fantastically. Now if sardines are the silent, here are the following meat on our list. It's probably the maximum effective of them all. It's ambitious, it is wealthy, and it is filled with vitamins you might not locate everywhere else. Now if there may be one meat that absolutely earns the identify superfood specifically for seniors, it is this grass-fed pork liver. Sure, liver it won't win any recognition contests, and a few parents turn up their noses simply considering it. However, with regards to nutrients, nothing even comes near for older adults. Pork liver is sort of a focused dose of power. This is why pork liver is one of the maximum nutrient-dense meals on the planet. It is filled with bioavailable nutrition. All of the B nutrients specifically, and even B12, hemiiron, zinc, copper, coenzyme Q10, a compound your cells use for power, manufacturing those vitamins, are not simply desirable to have. They're vital for seniors dealing with fatigue, mind fog, gradual recovery, or poor immune characteristic. A medical trial 2 there. Eating regimen 2 times a week posted in vitamins. Observed older adults who brought simply 1 g of grass-fed pork liver for 10 weeks. The outcomes have been astounding. Individuals skilled a 44% increase in power stages, 37% development in memory ratings, and marked profits in hemoglobin and iron stages. It's now no longer hype. It's meals functioning like medicinal drug nutrition. A from liver helps your eyes, your skin, and your immune. Device B12 allows prevent nerve harm and helps healthful red blood cells, and iron, specifically hemi-iron from liver, is important for stopping anemia. That's incredibly not unusual. In seniors, no compliment can healthy how effectively the frame absorbs in vitamins from pork liver of root. Now no longer all liver is created identical. You want grass-fed or pork liver loose from hormone residues, antibiotics, and whilst you prepare dinner it'd be mild. Overcooking destroys vitamins. A desirable trick is to soak it in milk or lemon water, first to melt the flavor, then speedy with garlic, onions, and herbs. In case you do not love the taste, attempt mixing small quantities into meatballs or stews. You'll slightly notice it, however your frame will so, even as liver would possibly appear old style. It would just be your maximum effective best friend for staying sharp, energetic, and energized. Now that we have explored the pleasant meats, to defend your fitness permits, take a second to deliver the whole lot collectively and remind ourselves why each choose subjects. So now you already know the meats that quietly harm you, and those that allow you to sense robust, clear-headed, and alive. Again, it is now no longer approximately slicing out the whole lot you adore, or following strict regulations. Approximately making wiser alternatives, one small step at a time, due to the fact after 60 each chew counts greater than ever. Your frame nonetheless desires to heal your thoughts, nonetheless desires to live sharp in your coronary heart, nonetheless desires to beat with power and motive. The proper meals allow you to get there, and the pleasant element. Those changes are not approximately restrict, they may be approximately empowerment, swapping out the dangerous for the useful, changing antique behavior with new ones that truly serve you. So whether it is deciding on lamb over deli, ham, or buying and selling fried chook for something oven, you are giving yourself roasted and nourishing. You are now no longer just feeding your frame some other hazard at electricity, readability, and sturdiness. If this video helped you in any manner, go away a remark under in perma. Me, you recognize your mind. What alternate will attempt? First, I study each unmarried message, and your voice truly subjects right here. And keep in mind, click on like and subscribe to Fitness 365 for greater, uplifting science-subsidized hints that will help you live more potent, more healthy, and happier in this superb season of lifestyles. You've got so a great deal lifestyles beforehand. Permits make each meal count.